Hey, you. Welcome back. Go ahead and take a moment to get settled in. And just open awareness to the body and body posture. Become aware of your current state of mind. Maybe consider the attitude you're carrying into your practice. Are you fully present, fully committed, or are you leaning into your next task? Leaning into the rest of your day? If you feel rushed, take a deep breath or two and see if you can arrive back here in the moment. The rest of the day will come all on its own. There's no need to rush into it. Just receive it openly, compassionately, and intimately. The only place you can ever be is right here in the eternal now. So be here fully, undistracted by thought. Allow awareness to drop down and back into your relaxed, open, receptive, and responsive heart. And as you rest awareness here, allow all the sensations associated with the breath to reveal themselves. Earlier in the course, we talked a bit about the stories we tell ourselves and how these stories shape our experience, how they propel our thoughts and emotions, and even our actions in the world. But what we didn't mention are those stories that other people create and tell about us. What impact do they have on our experience? How do they shape our identity and our emotions? How do they impact our actions and our being in the world? Just as the stories we tell about ourselves shape our experiences, well, so do the stories others tell about us. And they too can have either wholesome or unwholesome roots and consequences. They too can hurt us or uplift us. When our friends and families reflect our beauty and our goodness and our strength, we naturally feel more love for ourselves and can more easily spread love to others. But when our friends and family cast us in a negative light, when they reflect our ugliness and our weaknesses, we tend to shrivel up. We become filled with self-doubt and hatred. We judge ourselves and begin to lose compassion for ourselves. And this bleeds out into the world. It's important then to bring these stories into our awareness too, just as we bring our own thoughts into the field of awareness, so that we can have a wise attitude toward them, so that we can hold them with mindfulness, with curiosity, equanimity, and compassion, so that we can discern with wisdom which ones we should reify and strengthen, and which ones we should let go. And one of the most important storybooks to be aware of, one which we'll consider today, is the one created by our families. Families often assign us labels and roles and personalities that deeply shape our lives, that capture us in our youth, that stunt us from reaching our full potential. So, for now, why don't you once again open your awareness to the body and body posture? Open to the breath, and then just toss gently into the open, empty space of awareness an invitation to explore what stories your family may have created about you. And then just wait and see if something bubbles up to the surface. There's no need to think hard about it. Just stay with the breath and see if any thoughts appear on their own. If you find that you've collapsed into a thought, no worries. Just note the awareness of thinking, and then hold and consider this thought from a place of love and compassion. And then gently return to the body and the body breathing. Once again, become aware of the body and body posture. Notice, open to this changing field of bodily sensations. And be particularly aware of any thoughts arising in the mind. Thoughts about what stories your family may have created about you over the years. Stories that you have consciously or unconsciously adopted into your identity. In the last minute of the session, just begin again. Well, Thank you for practicing. Now, I know this may be a big ask for some of you, but I invite you to call your parents today, if they're still alive, and tell them that you love them. Recognize that they are not apart from you, and either continue to strengthen the bond you have with them or begin to allow that relationship to heal. And if your parents are no longer here, or it's best for you and them to keep your distance, why don't you take some time today to write a letter to them from your heart? Find some closure if it's needed, or really just sink into their being with compassion, warmth, love, and understanding. And I'll see you back here tomorrow.